By the end of tonight's video, all students will be able to identify introductory phrases and parenthetical phrases and surround them with commas correctly. You probably recall that in this unit we're learning about phrases. A phrase is a group of words without a subject or a verb. So far in this unit, we have reviewed what we know about prepositional phrases. We have learned about appositive phrases that describe a noun. And we've also learned about participial phrases. To conclude our lessons on phrases, tonight we are going to learn about the introductory phrase and the parenthetical phrase. An introductory phrase is a group of words that introduces a sentence. A parenthetical phrase is any interruption to a sentence. An introductory phrase is really just a catch-all term for a phrase that starts a sentence. If you direct your attention to the samples on your screen, the first one reads, "Running at top speed, Jean chased down the bus." When we look at this sentence and ask ourselves, who or what is it is about, we see the answer is Jean. So Jean is the subject of the sentence, and we asked ourselves, what did Jean do? Well, he chased. Since running at top speed is a phrase of words that comes before the subject and verb, and it's introducing the sentence, we call that a introductory phrase. Like I said, this is really just a catch-all term for any group of words that starts the sentence. Because if you're looking at the term running, you probably recall that running is a present participle. So running at top speed is a participial phrase that happens to be at the beginning of the sentence, thus also making it an introductory phrase. In the second example, which reads, "During the night, Lindsay dreamed she saw a UFO." During the night is an introductory phrase, introducing us to the heart of the sentence, which is subject Lindsay, verb dreamed. Of course, if you're looking closely here, you'll also recognize that during the night is a prepositional phrase. But since the prepositional phrase is at the beginning of the sentence, it also falls into the category of introductory phrase. In our third example, it reads, "Because he enjoys music, Sean bought tickets to the orchestra." Because he enjoys music is a group of words that is introducing us to the subject of the sentence, Sean, and so therefore it is called an introductory phrase. You will notice that an introductory phrase is always separated from the rest of the sentence by a comma. A parenthetical phrase is any phrase that interrupts the sentence. Again, this is kind of a catch-all term for any type or group of words that is being inserted into the center of a sentence. So if you direct your attention to the samples on the screen, the first one says, "The roses, while pretty, had sharp thorns." While pretty is a parenthetical phrase because it is interrupting the main message of the sentence to give a side opinion from the author or the speaker. So the main sentence, the roses had sharp thorns, is being interrupted almost to give the author's opinion. Sometimes when I imagine parenthetical phrases being spoken, I almost imagine the speaker leaning over and whispering behind his or her hand to someone else. Like this, the roses, while pretty, had sharp thorns. In our second example, which reads, Bruce, dare I say it, is the best badminton player I've seen. Dare I say it is a parenthetical phrase because it's interrupting the main message of the sentence to insert the feelings or the emotions of the speaker. And again, I tend to like to think of parenthetical phrases as being those secret phrases that we tell people behind our hands. Bruce, dare I say it, is the best badminton player I've seen. Notice that parenthetical phrases are also offset from the rest of the sentence by commas. To conclude tonight's video, I would like you to try your hand at these practice problems. For these practice problems, copy each of the sentences, underline the introductory or parenthetical phrase, and insert commas where needed. That's all for tonight. Have a good evening.